Hello, my divas. So, I know I've been MIA for a while, and ain't made a video in a hot minute, but we've had some shit going on, and I've been processing things that are going on in my life and preparing myself for things going on in my life. So I kind of took a beat there. So I pretty much owe y'all some good content. But for the first video, I'm going to be talking about the snow. And for our first topic, I'll be discussing the snow. So, and I did my nails. I was born in Waterville, Maine. And I remember when I was 5 being bundled up in a red thick snowsuit with gray fur trim and the galosh boots in the dead of winter. It came up to my knees in certain areas, and then in other areas it came up to my chest. Jumping around and making snow angels and just being a kid, and I remember the cool air, although I've noticed kids are more resilient when it comes to the snow like it's nothing. At 5, I moved to Florida with my mom and instantly got sick from snowstorm into 120 degree humidity and got ammonia. So that was a thing, and that sure was not fun. I think I was sick for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So, and then I used to always love, I still love Wes Craven. Love his movies, because he makes amazing movies. And, some people are like, I know where she's going. Yeah, I was a huge, Nightmare on Elm Street fan, and a big Krueger fan, and just the Freddy versus Jason and stuff. And me and the family would debate on who's top dog, and and I'd be like, no, fuck Jason with his cleaver, and Freddy Krueger got the nails, the knife. It's just I'm a Krueger fan. And then that whole thing about him being a pet and the kids, and no, I mean, he went after teenagers and adults and, young adults and stuff like that too. So, animals, unfortunately. But, so we used to live in East Smyrna Beach. My mom, my stepdad, Bill, my sister Juanita, and me. It was a nice house, fireplace, just nice. So I'm 8 years old, and it was the night before Halloween, and my bro John would hide in the laundry room in the dark with knives taped to his fingers. I slept on a day bed, and it was up against this wall, and the wall will come into play. When I had closed my eyes, I heard a scraping sound above my head, but nothing was there. And then there was 3 long scratches on the wall the couch was up against. Then, in the dark, as I turned, there he was, dressed like him to the hilt, even with the full silicone slide-on mask, in the archway of the doorway that went from my room to the laundry room to the kitchen. In the dark, I screamed and I pulled the cover over my head. And when I woke up in the morning, I had 3 long scratches. Down my right arm. With dry blood. So I gasped, looked around, and that Halloween night he did that again. And I got lightheaded and passed out, fallen to the floor, as this time I was standing in front of the couch, face to face, as he wore the mask, singing the rhyme. One, two, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, lock the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, he's back again. Or Freddy's back again. I can never see the Nightmare on Elm Street ever the same way ever again. So, that happened. I can laugh about it now, but I was like out of it. Like, you know, when you get super scared, you even get like that, like, scary smell. Like, you can, it's almost like you can smell it. Yeah, so. And then there was the time where I got my ass beat by Mailbox. Yes, you heard me right. So, one time I was freehanding on my 18 speed and my daughter was doing kick flips in front of the driveway as I wasn't paying attention, and the neighbor's mailbox slapped me in the face. I went flying one way and the bike flew in the ditch. So as I looked, he's on the porch smoking a cigarette, and I said, "You didn't see a friggin' thing, and that didn't happen." When I stood up, she was rolling around on the ground, holding her stomach, laughing her ass off. So she never really lets me live that down, so I don't let her live down the fact that when she was 14, I wanted to test her wits and see how intuitive or smart she was. And I said, "Mindy, look up in the sky." I said, "There's a flying pig." And she goes, Where? I don't see it." I'm just like, I love you so much. You're so special. She hates it when I bring that up. That's one of my most favorite jokes. I'm not picking on you, it's just one of my most favorite jokes. Like, what? Anyways, I hope you liked this little journey down memory lane. And if you want to see more of these, post a comment down in the comments. And just type, "I like these," or "These are cool," or whatever. And until next time, how you doing? Peace.